Hey y'all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. For the new people, just a quick intro. I'm Linnell. I sold everything or gave away mostly everything I own and quit my job and a toxic relationship. And now I am in search of paradise on a budget. While I search for the place that I will eventually retire to, I'm spending 18 months living on cruise ships. I have booked 60 cruises so far using casino deals that I got from taking two cruises. I explained all of that in detail in my very first YouTube video, which if you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave a link in the description below of this video. So today I am going to go over my expenses for the month of September. As y'all probably know, my budget is $2,500 a month, 2,000 for the travel related expenses, so the cruises and the hotels, and 500 for other expenses, um, like my cell phone, healthcare, things like that. My extra spending money, all of that is in the miscellaneous. And this month, I am pleased to say that I was right on target. So first, I'll start with my income. If you've been around for a minute, then you know that I am living off of savings and investments. So getting any income from making these videos on YouTube is just a little bonus for me. Surprisingly, I was monetized in August, and even more surprisingly, that amount increased exponentially in September because all of you were really intrigued with my very first video, and that video just blew up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can see from the graphic, YouTube did some kind of magic on September 1st and sent that first video out to everybody and their mama. So thank you, YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but um, now I am back down. You can see the trend there. I'm back down to the usual amount of views for a new channel. I started the channel in when did I start the channel? I think I started making videos in April. And I think I loaded my first video in June. And I'm expecting this content to grow organically as I cruise more and as I share more of my personal journey. That being said, I'm not incorporating any of that YouTube income into my budget. Instead, I use some of that money to make a donation to the church that I watch when on this sabbatical. That's the church I used to go to over in Atlanta. And I use some of it to sign up for a retirement travel jumpstart course, which teaches travel planning strategies, how to slow travel around the world, and how to maximize hotel and credit card reward points for travel. The rest of it I just put away, so when the tax man cometh, it'll be there. Um, there is another expense that I don't include in my monthly expenses because I have a separate health savings account for all of my medical needs. So when I was in New Orleans, I got a new pair of glasses and some over-the-counter medications, just some things like Halls and cold medicines and things to have on hand. Um, I'm on cruise ships, so all these germs. I paid for those expenses with my HSA account. All right, on to the good stuff. As usual, I will start with the hotels and cruises since housing is the biggest part of my budget. My first 5 days in September, I continued my stay at the Marquis, which I explained in my August update of how I got those days for free. For September 6th and 7th, I was able to get a prorated rate at the same hotel, the Marquis Hotel. I call it a hotel, but it's really a resort. I got a prorated amount of $100 per night. And after the resort fees and taxes, I paid $243.74. On September 8th, I hopped on to Carnival Liberty and I did three back-to-back 7-day cruises All three of those were casino deals where I paid $100 per person at double occupancy. So I had to pay $200 for myself, but I got $200 back in onboard credits. So for the first cruise, it was $134.65 for the port fees and taxes. For the second cruise on Carnival Liberty, it was $151.65 for the port fees and taxes. And the third cruise was the same amount as the first cruise, $134.65. And for the last 2 days in September, I stayed in an IHG hotel and I used IHG credit card points that I purchased for half a cent each. That ended up, um, I have the IHG credit card. When I first signed up, I got reward points, bonus points. So I did use up the free points already. And now I'm using the points that I purchased for half cents each. So with the amount of points that it cost me, that ended up getting me 2 nights, which included breakfast and Wi-Fi for $90 each. And I don't pay any taxes or resort fees when I use points. So putting all that together, I ended up spending $845 for 30 days. That's actually not a bad monthly rent amount, except it's even better because in my case, it includes all the utilities at the hotels. Of course, it includes Wi-Fi, and at Holiday Inn, it also includes breakfast. So that helps me keep down the cost of my meals when I'm not on a cruise ship. And of course, on the cruises, it includes all the perks of food, entertainment, travel to paradise, all that good stuff. And in both cases, it means I do zero cleaning, zero washing dishes, zero cleaning bathrooms. The only kind of cleaning that I need to do is my laundry. Now, on to my other cruise expenses for September. For the first leg of the cruise, I did pretty good, y'all. I got my usual case of bottled water, which I would really love to switch to a filtered water bottle, but I haven't really found one yet that works. When I came off of my cruise in May of 2023, both my legs were totally swollen up. I went straight to my doctor after I got off the ship, and first thing she asked me was, "Have you been on a cruise?" I said, "Yep." So how did you know? And she said, "I see your leg." She said, "You've been drinking that water." I couldn't believe that she knew it just off the bat. I guess there are a lot of people who have that issue. But anyway, I can't drink the water on the ships because she says it's too much salt in it. And my doctor just advised me not to drink it at all. I mean, it's okay if I drink, a glass or two here and there, but not like every day, which I'm a water drinker. So for me to drink that much water on the cruise ship would not be good. So that's why I'm spending all this money for bottled water, and it comes out to about $20 a week. I probably should be drinking more water than that, but that's $80 a month. Who spends $80 a month on water? Really? Well, I don't buy bottled water when I'm in the hotels because I can drink tap water. Um, yeah. But anyway, if anyone knows of a super good filtering water bottle that I can use, please let me know in the comments as I really need to get rid of that $20 a week. You can see the other expenses I had here during this leg of the cruise. I was super glad that they had the self-service laundry rooms on Liberty, as a lot of ships don't have them. My mani pedi that I do every month. I don't do it every month. I would say every 6 weeks, but that is an expense that I plan to continue. So this added $163 to my cruise expenses and $138 to my miscellaneous expense category. For the second leg of my cruise, you'll see some of the same expenses. The water, the internet, the gratuities, the laundry. There were a couple of days where I just stayed in my cabin and just watched HGTV or movies all day. And so I watched Aladdin again, the one with Will Smith in it. I watched Girl in Progress. That was a pretty good movie. It was kind of touching. And some more movies. HGTV What do I watch on HGTV? I watch a lot of stuff on HGTV, but the one that I was watching, I did like a marathon. They had like a marathon on was Love It or List It. Hillary always wins. I don't know why David even tried. I mean, I don't know what the ratio is, but it seems like for every 10 videos, she wins 9 and he might win 1. All right. Focus now, focus. Um, I did get up on those mornings. I did get up and I got my steps in. I had breakfast, but I would go in and order room service and one of my favorite foods is chicken wings. And they would give you enough chicken wings for 2 meals. So, I mean, I could order it as a late lunch and still be snacking on it by the time dinner comes. Um, so yeah, that's what those room service meals were. I did splurge. I had that cheesecake that my mom loves so much. I miss my mom. I had it in honor of her, but it's not my favorite, so I probably won't get it again. It's not enough sugar for me. It's one of my addictions, sugar, and it's not very sweet, but it was pretty good. Um, so this leg of the cruises added $217 to my other cruise expense category. The third leg of the cruise, y'all, I really overdid everything. You can see in the other cruise expenses, it's pretty similar to the first and second leg of the cruise, but then I decided I wanted to go play bingo, go try bingo, y'all. I had never tried bingo before, not like paid bingo. Of course, everybody's played bingo at school, at family, stuff like that, but not on a cruise ship, or in this kind of setting. Y'all, I sucked. That man was calling those numbers way too fast, and my little brain just could not keep up. I am I consider myself very intelligent. I passed all those accounting tests, right? But for some reason, my brain did not want to keep up with the bingo. So I paid for the experience, but I didn't win anything, and I'm not going to be playing bingo anytime soon. That's just not my thing. But yep, I did play. Also, I decided to book a shore excursion because it mentioned all these places in New Orleans that you could explore. You can go to the top of this building and blah, 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 blah. And then they give you a ride to the airport. Well, I was already going to pay $30 to get from the ship to the airport anyway. So I just decided to just, book this other excursion just to, have the added sights because I wasn't, I was getting a ride to the airport, but my hotel was right by the airport, but I wasn't flying out for another 2 days. So I had this extra time to do not 2 days really, a day and a half, I guess. But I had all this extra time to do um this excursion stuff, so I decided to go ahead and book it. Come to find out, I'm gonna do a video on it, but I didn't read the brochure properly. I should have looked up some YouTube videos first. I did, and I didn't see anything on it, but I should have read the brochure more closely. Um, it ended up being um the people who were on this excursion, we all got on the same shuttle of the people who were going to the airport. But before they went to the airport, they took our luggage and stored it somewhere at the port. And this shuttle kept going back and forth from the airport to the cruise ship, bringing people from the airport to the ship, bringing people from the ship to the airport all day long until I think it was 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30. So after they were done with all the passengers back and forth from the to and from the airport in the ship, then they came and picked us up. So we didn't have to worry about lugging our luggage around New Orleans, which was great while we're trying to sightsee. But they dropped us off on Canal Street and left us. Thought we were gonna that we are gonna get this armband or something, and we would go to these certain places and we would have access to get in. Nah, child, it wasn't nothing like that. It was explore on your own. On top of that, what ended up happening was my uncle I text my family, let them know, hey, I'm, back on land, whatever, for 2 days, and then I'll be flying out, blah, 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 blah. So I, keep my family informed that way. My uncle decides he wants to be tour guide for the day. So he comes and picks me up from the streetcar, and I end up going to church with them. That was really fun. And my aunt, who she wasn't feeling too good, she had an injury, but so she was anyway, but she did cook. So I got some yakimen soup. I had never had yakimen soup before. They say, "Oh, are you kidding me? Everybody's had this before. What are you talking about?" Y'all let me know if y'all know what yakimen soup is. I had never heard it before. It was so good, and she had made it homemade. And then my uncle drove me around New Orleans and gave me my own personal. He was my own personal tour guide. Showed me this house, and this is the people who live there, and these are the people who owns this, and these are the people who built New Orleans, and took me over to the ferry, and this is where you get on and off, and this is the whatever tugboat thing. And I'll put all that in a video, kind of my own little personal tour guide for you. But I'll show you clips of that in a separate video. And he took me to get daiquiris and snow cones and all this stuff. And then my aunt also made some homemade red beans and rice. Whoo, child. My mom used to cook the best red beans and rice, and even when I go to restaurants in New Orleans, no one could compete with my mom. My aunt, the exact same as my mom's recipe, so that was really, really nice. Anyway, they both insisted after dinner, they both insisted on driving me over to my hotel that was over by the airport. So I say all that to say I kind of wasted money on that excursion. I didn't even need it. It was kind of a waste of money. Um, but lesson learned. I hadn't been to New Orleans in a while. I didn't want to put anybody out. Child, lesson learned. If I'm in New Orleans, let them know ahead of time before paying for any kind of thing like that. At the art auction, I won a free t-shirt and some art. Have I didn't have to keep the art if I didn't want it. I kept the t-shirt because it was a 2T. I didn't even take a picture. I already sent it to my granddaughter. It was a 2T. What's that shirt? The ones that glow. They turn colors in the sun. Del Sol. It was a Del Sol shirt, and I also won some art in like um knowing that I travel full time and I ain't got no room for no art. I sold my house and everything. I ain't got nowhere to put no art. I was gonna get the art, but I said, out of curiosity, let me go see what it's like. Yeah, this was some beautiful paintings, and they were huge. And I decided to go ahead and purchase it, and purchase it. You get it free, but you have to pay $35 for them to ship it from wherever their factory is. And I wasn't gonna spend no $35 on some art that I can't even use. But when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, I can think of several people that would love this as a gift. So I went ahead and got that. If y'all watching this video, pretend you didn't hear. Pretend you didn't hear that I got that art for free for $35 shipping and handling. But it is definitely worth more than $35. If I can remember, I put a clip of it in this video. Um, and as you can see, everybody probably waiting to hear this part right here. Yep, I decided to play in the casino. I just decided to play. It didn't have any sort of what do you call it? Intent. I just felt like playing, wanted to play, decided to go ahead and, take $200 and just spend it on playing. I hadn't played in a while and just decided I would drop a couple hundred in the casino. Um, y'all, the casino on Carnival Liberty was popping that day, or at least the machine that I was on. I didn't win any major jackpots or anything, but the machines were very loose, and I would win some, lose some, win not lose. my money would go up and down, up and down, up and down.
All right, don't play. Give me some money. All right, that's good. 226. Oh, look at you.
I'll take it, I'll take it.
Must be good timing, huh?
It was never like, oh, I'm at like 1,000, 1,200 bucks. So, let me go ahead and cash out. It wasn't anything like that. But I would go up and down, up and down. And I think I probably played for about 4 or 5 hours. It was a while. I was in there for a while before my $200 ran out. And I was surprised when I looked at my casino points. I actually had over 4,000 points. It wasn't enough for me to get a free dinner at a steakhouse, or I don't even know if nowadays if it's enough to get another free cruise, which I explained that in my other video about me playing now that I already have all these free cruises booked. So um that's another story. But it wasn't enough for anything that I knew of, but just out of curiosity, I went back over to the casino host and asked her what if I could get any perks with the points that I had. And I just took a chance. So this is a, a lesson for you if you're in the casino and, you decide to play and maybe well, Carnival is a little different because you never know if you have enough points to get a casino cruise deal or not. But no matter how many points you get, go over to the casino host like I did and just say, hey, can you check my points and let me know, am I eligible for any kind of perks on the cruise? And to my surprise, she did. She said she offered me, I think it was 40 or $45. I don't remember. I took a picture, I'll put it up on the screen at any of the venues. And I was tempted to use it at the candy store. But I know I don't need all that sugar. Me and this sugar, yeah. Anyway, I opted to go for the seafood shack, and I was able to get 3 snow crab clusters and 2 colossal shrimp. Oh my goodness, y'all, that was the right choice. They were so good. You want $200? Good, but the $200 was for my entertainment in the casino. It's not like I was trying to buy um these perks or whatever. I was gonna do the casino regardless. Um, if you know my backstory, then you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I did all the things and spent all the monies on this third leg. It ended up being $202 for my towards my other cruise expenses and $350 to my miscellaneous expenses, which I only give myself 500 a month. So this unfortunately put me way over in that category. All right, so putting it all together for the 30 days, the total amount I spent in September for the cruise and hotel expenses was $1,428. Also in September, which I guess technically this should go with next month's expenses since I didn't fly until October 1st, but it's such a small amount. I just went ahead and included it because I put it in there and then I realized the date was October 1st, and I'm like, eh. But anyway, that was my flight on American Airlines. I got free airline miles. I signed up for the credit card just for those free airline miles. And I use those points. So my flight from New Orleans to New Jersey to get on Carnival of Asia with a layover in Charlotte cost me $5.60. Y'all, those credit card reward points, don't be sleeping on them. I'm telling you, unless you got a problem with, debt and overspending on credit cards. But if you don't have an issue with that, don't sleep on those credit card points. They are worth it. All right, so this is a detailed list of all of my September hotel, cruise, food, and transportation expenses. My budget for this category is $2,000 a month, and I did hit the target. I am intentionally trying to keep this as low as possible because I have some holiday cruises that I pay more than just the port fees and taxes. So those are coming up quicker than I want them to. So I do plan on being over budget in those months, and so I want to keep at an average of 2,000 a month. So until those holidays come up, I really want to intentionally keep this portion as low as possible. This is those same expenses, but it also includes my fixed expenses, which are on the bottom right hand side of the screen, like my Netflix, my cell phone, and health insurance. And for anyone who is new here, I don't carry travel insurance or health insurance that covers me outside the United States. I don't do all that. This list here also includes my miscellaneous expenses. So the money I spent in the casino, for the shore excursion, for New Orleans excursion, any toiletries and stuff that I bought at Walmart, Target, when I was in New Orleans and things like that. The total for everything for the month was $2,466. So just shy of my $2,500 goal. For my travel goal, you can see in the top middle chart that I spent almost the same as last month, just $65 more than the 1505 for August. On the right, you can see that for these first 3 months of full-time travel, I have a year-to-date average of 1701 per month. So the 1569 for cruises, hotels, food, and transportation divided by 30 days means that I stayed under my budget, my $65 per day budget. This month I am on Carnival of Asia, and I plan to get the Wi-Fi for the entire first leg of my cruises. So, this is a 10-day cruise, so that's going to impact me quite a bit for October. Um, but I'm doing that because I have quite a few classes that I want to take, and I also have the Exodus Summit, the virtual summit, that I mentioned in some of my previous videos. So I'm gonna try to get all of the Carnival, Liberty, and Shore Excursion videos scheduled and load it onto YouTube so I can keep up with my goal of having 2 to 3 videos a week. So that's the reason why I am getting the well, it's two parts, right? So half the reason is I need the Wi-Fi to load all the videos up to YouTube, and then the other half is I need the Wi-Fi to watch the training, the virtual summits that I'll be attending. And that is it. I hope that this video was helpful for those of you who are curious about how much it costs to live full-time on a cruise ship, or if you are thinking about booking some casino deals that you are offered. Um, Hopefully this gives you the answers you're looking for and maybe some creative ways that you can save some money on your next vacation. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll reply to them as soon as possible. Until next time, hope to see you on the next cruise. And if you are going to be on Carnival of Asia during the month of October or November, anytime from now through Thanksgiving, now through the week before Thanksgiving, I'll be on Carnival of Asia. So I don't know your face, you know mine. Make sure you come and say hey to me. I'll be the one with the GoPro. Where's my GoPro? I was gonna hold it up, but um, it's charging. I'll be the one with the GoPro. More than likely, I will definitely, not definitely, more than likely, I'll be at the sail away parties with the GoPro. If not, I'll be around this ship. I'll be all over the place. All right, until next time. See y'all later.